Protesters storming the Bank of China. What? Is that for real? What the fuck? Dude, it's a Wall Street Bets account? I don't believe this. What the fuck? Tanks are being put on the streets of China to protect the banks? This is because a Henan branch of the Bank of China is declaring that people's savings in their branch are now investment products and can't be withdrawn. No shot. This is fake. There's 0% chance this is real. You know why I think it's fucking fake? No shot it's real. Really? No fucking shot this is real, bro. No fucking shot. It's probably some fucking military parade or something that they're using to be like, oh, China is like, you know. It's fake. It's from a parade. The West did this with Cuba last year. Yeah, no fucking shot. Chinese banks took Civ's money and ran away. Opinion. In China, they lost their shirts. Dude, you know what the fucking Chinese government would do to this shit? What the fuck? Henan Bank protests refused demonstrations against 4 regional lenders over alleged financial corruption. First of all, then they're dead. Like, then they're fucking dead. You know what I mean? They're dead. There's no way. Like, guys, this is China. They literally kill billionaires like regularly. 48 of them have died since 2000. They will just kill them. They will literally just be like, okay, come here. And they'll fucking put one in the back of the heads of every executive at that bank. And then take all of their assets, strip them, and pay all the fucking mortgage, pay all the mortgages off in that process. Now, China eliminates corruption copium? No, but this is one of those things where they do actually have a regulatory mechanism. Come on, guys. It's just, nah, they just do police brutality. No, China does police brutality all the fucking time. Of course they do. I'm not by any, I think, Hasan, you're uninformed about China. No, China does a lot of bad shit. But the tanks rolling probably has nothing to do with this fucking situation. And if the Chinese federal government steps in on regional banks doing things like this, there's plenty of evidence from those exact same fucking articles that you have read, from those exact same fucking outlets that are writing about how like China is cooking their fucking those very same articles from those very same newspapers regularly talk about how dangerous it is that China is like killing executives. What do you mean? A great example of this, video of tanks show Chinese military exercise, not bank barricade. First of all, suck me. There you go. Boom. Roasted. It was literally a fucking parade or a military exercise. I was right about that. Number 2, if it's local banks that are doing this, okay? If it's local banks that are doing this, the federal government will step in, okay? China bad, certainly. But there are certain things where the Chinese government will literally not allow to happen. They executed like a dude for fucking selling spoiled milk. They execute a billionaire for selling spoiled milk. They execute billionaires for corruption regularly. Remember the fucking company, the largest, what was it? The largest real estate company on the fucking planet. They made the dude who owns the fucking company sell all of his boats to literally pay back at least a percentage of the fucking loan that he was about to default on. There is no other example on the fucking planet where a capitalist government has ever turned around and done that. China to repay more victims next week in biggest bank scam. Boom. Not only that, but I'm certain that they'll fucking, at least someone will get executed in this too. Chinese authorities will repay more victims of the nation's biggest bank scam as it seeks to placate angry customers who have been denied access to tens of billions of yuan for deposits for months. There you go. Number 2, also suck me double times, okay? Redditors literally believing any source because they hate China. Like, it's understandable to be fucking agitated, scared. You're living in the fucking imperial core and you're seeing the big bad wolf China come up out of fucking nowhere and basically become the the new imperialist country, potentially, okay? The new dominant country. Where the fuck is my... Where am I getting this from? Why is there a... Oh. It is wild how much misinformation there is around China. It gets out so quick and shared so far. I live here. Protests, real tanks, not. Bigwigs arrested, but anti-protester action definitely happening. Tanks to protect the bank. When you run past the tank, they will shoot into the bank. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. No, dog. There's no... Here, let's do it. Background. There are over 1,600 rural banks in China located in 31 provinces. Frozen accounts. In April 2022, 4 rural banks in the Henan province stopped allowing customers to withdraw cash because the banks were upgrading their systems. Thousands were denied access to their accounts, triggering a bank run as customers of the 4 bank attempted to withdraw their funds en masse. Later, however, it was noted that Shun Zhenfu, the main stockholder of the banks, had already been arrested by the government for serious financial crimes in March. What the fuck? They had already arrested the guy! Bro! Holy fuck, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. That doesn't mean people got their money back and that the riots aren't real. No, motherfucker, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fucking military rolling tanks through. That's not 3 strikes, though. How is that not 3 strikes? A Google image search led me to this article that's clearly stating it's fake. China, did the government really deploy tanks to quell protests in the Henan province? No, they didn't. They didn't. We already have the AP verification. Video of tanks shows Chinese military exercise, not bank barricade. Anyway, listen. Here you go. Customers. Okay, so an investigation by the China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission wrote that a private investment company collaborated with banks to illicitly attract public funds via online platforms. Customers started mounting small protests. Can you imagine this happening after 2008, by the way? A larger protest involving thousands took place on 23rd of May before being curtailed by the police. By the way, they do that straight up. Maybe not as bad as the way that we do it here in America, but they of course do it. They do aggressive police shit as well. The South China Morning Post and BBC reported fears that by the June, the health system was being abused. By turning potential protesters to code red, they could be prevented from traveling. On July 10th, a protest in Shangzhou, attended by hundreds, turned violent. A uniformed group ran into the people protesting and started to physically assault. Again, typical agitator shit. On July 12th, the CBIRC announced that it would start reimbursing account holders with deposits up to 50,000 yuan, being the first to be returned. There you go. There you go. It's 100 yuan now. It's 100,000 yuan now, by the way, as this Bloomberg article also is pointing out.
That's threatening the Chinese macro outlook.
So not only was I fucking right, I was right by literally all the accounts. But the reason why I was right, and this was a proper prediction without even fucking seeing actually what took place, is because I'm at least somewhat of a fucking skeptical person when he gives you that look. Damn, dude. That's a Sigma male. That's 2 Sigmas right there. But the reason why, wild how you spent 10 seconds proving it wasn't real. The reason why my immediate assumption was that it's not true is because what I know about China, given its historical precedents, what I know about the Chinese Communist government, when is the U.S. reimbursing citizens for the 2008 bank failure? Bro, if 2008 happened in China, they would have killed them. Okay, 1, it's a Wall Street Bets avatar. 2, it is unceremonious for them to use fucking tanks unless it's a literal military parade that someone is going to, okay? That someone is like trying to stop or some shit like that symbolically. They would just use like riot gear and riot cops, okay? They wouldn't just like roll tanks to protect the bank. 3, knowing everything that I know about the Chinese government and how they deal with this sort of shit, they would have immediately arrested the executive responsible for it. Okay? 100%. They would have immediately arrested the fucking banker or whoever the fuck is doing this and actually pick like what do you call it? Like an executive to fucking assassinate. Well, not assassinate, but like publicly execute. And whoever brought this up is your fault. He's not playing the cat game. It looked like a boring parade too. It was like drizzling everything. How do you see protests in that? Motherfuckers think Tiananmen was tanks rolling in to stop a protest. Yeah, I think that's the problem. China is fine with corruption until the execs get publicly caught, then the hammer down, comes down hard. Yeah. But you have to also understand, like, in America, when the executives get publicly caught, look at the fucking dude. Look at the Purdue pharmaceutical debacle. Look at the Sacklers, man. Look at the fucking Sacklers. Look at the Sacklers. What happened with the Sackler family? They went court shopping, found a fucking favorable judge, wouldn't even take away, who wouldn't lock them up, regardless of their direct personal firsthand involvement in poisoning America with Oxycontin, lying to doctors, promoting it, creating the marketing materials. Like, they personally were involved in ways that CEOs and executives normally aren't. Think about that. So, Tater Tot Discord tweet about you destroying Andrew Tate. Wait, are they turning on him? I doubt it. So, my point is this. This kind of shit does not go down in China in the same way that it does in America. If there's one thing they get right, it's high-speed rail and infrastructure projects and executing billionaires on site. Sometimes they execute billionaires because they're speaking out against the Chinese Communist government, okay? And then other times they genuinely and legitimately engage in asset stripping in a way that I have never seen any other fucking Western capitalist nation engage in. It's the truth. Like, they are very fucking good at that. If it's a communist government, how are they even any billionaires? Because they're dengists, okay? They don't believe that socialism is a poverty cult. They believe to be rich is to be glorious. They believe in a concept called Chinese prosperity. This is the Tater Tot tweet chatter was talking about. Andrew Tate got absolutely bodied by Hasan with all due respect. No, this is just one of his fucking Hustlers University accounts. Don't support local corruption in China on a local level. Who gives a shit if they lock up billionaires for speaking out against the government? It's bad to whip the capitalist class in line now. Bitch, you don't see me fucking arguing against it, do you? All I'm stating is that for all of its fucking faults, and the Chinese government certainly has plenty, okay? When it comes down to it, if the Chinese people rise up against like a corruption, rise up with a corruption charge against like a local bank or something, and that sort of stuff happens all the time. China is vast. China is massive. That kind of shit happens regularly. They will literally go and arrest the person and fucking kill him. Okay? The government will step in. That level of protection for the consumer, for the average citizen, does not exist in America. Okay? China is a surveillance state. China is a police state. China is really aggressive towards squashing free speech. All of that is true. Okay? All of that is true. It's certainly true to a degree in the United States of America as well. But when it comes to, and Chinese working conditions are fucking dog shit. Obviously, with respect to where the Chinese working class was 50 years ago, it's tremendous, but it's still dog shit in comparison to the Western world. However, like I said, when it comes down to fucking punishing executives, they will literally fucking kill executives. They will. Wealth is glorious. It's not to be rich is glorious. It wasn't a call for people to become capitalists. It was for common prosperity. They went from being poorer than Africa to still being poor and starving. Now they have a higher commonwealth and health than most countries. Yeah, that's true. Actually, you're right. It is a misrepresentation of Dengist thought. I did betray the Dengist values there. Dude, you say that like killing people is a good thing? No, I don't think killing people is a good thing. I don't think we should be killing billionaires, okay? But I do think we should punish them. Like, especially when they're corrupt. And plenty of them are. So, yes, I do agree on that front. And I don't think it's a controversial take. Do you guys think that that's a controversial take? Like, do you think people who purposely engaged in predatory lending in the buildup to the 2008 housing market crash, do you think that some of those executives should have been punished? Do you think they should have gone to jail? Do you think that the financial criminals that knew full well that these mortgages were fucking underwater, that then ended up double booking and insuring their own bet, knowing full well that it was going to fail, do you think some of those guys should have gone to jail? Not killed. Do you think the federal government, which was easily capable of actually paying off all of the fucking mortgages that were defaulting, should have given the money back to the homeowners that were fucked over by these predatory lenders rather than the banks itself, so that CEOs, instead of going to jail, could get a fucking golden parachute on their way out after long dicking the American population? Thousands of people committed suicide. Hundreds of thousands of people lost their homes. Which way is better to deal with that financial crisis? And if you tell me that Barack Obama's way of dealing with the crisis was adequate and the Xi Jinping way of dealing with this crisis is inadequate, then I call you a fool, because you are a bootlicking capital lover who does not have any capital. You're an American. You're a cuck. Americans are cucks. So yeah, I am actually against capital punishment, of course. When he captures Holly fleeing the rioters in previously unseen footage, oh, that's awesome. If you want some good anti-cappy CanCon, check out The Porter. I mean, here, this is America, baby. You think this shit's all right? This is the Democrat. This is the woke side, right? We fuck up by giving any form of aid to businesses instead of the individuals, just like the sham PPP loan should have gone right to the people, not a business. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. What did we do?
I don't know.
What did we do during COVID? We gave a couple $100 million to the people and claimed that that was responsible for inflation, and we pumped trillions into the fucking stock market. We gave PPP, we gave loans to small businesses and big businesses. They were conditional loans with zero interest, as long as, and a likelihood of just eliminating that fucking loan in its entirety, as long as you paid your employees, regardless of whether they worked or not. The entire purpose for those fucking loans was literally so companies would pay their fucking employees and not fire them. So people had fucking money so that America could be the number one consuming force on the planet, as is what our sole purpose on this planet is, because we're Amerifats. We consume, we just eat, okay? We shovel shit down our gullet. What, like almost 90% of those fucking loans were forgiven, and every single one of those cocksuckers that got those loans fired people regardless. They laid them off. They put that money back into their businesses, and we have no regulatory mechanism. That shit would not fly. Okay? That cannot fly in any normal, civilized country. That shit does not fucking fly. That is financial crime. Those motherfuckers need to go to jail. Okay? And in heated moments, maybe I say some other shit. But ultimately, when I calm down, obviously, I do not believe in capital punishment. But holy fuck, do those with capital deserve punishment? Oh my God. And if you don't see it the way I see it, I don't know what to tell you. You are literally cucked. Because you don't own a fucking business. They do. And they're using your tax dollars. They're taking a percentage of your salary every fucking 2 weeks. And some of that goes to those businesses. Businesses that fired you during COVID after getting money to promise that they would not fire you. And you're still out here being like, China bad, China bad. Yeah, China's bad. But at least they, get some of this shit right. Okay? Now let's take a look at Nancy fucking Pelosi in her banana suit.
You go now? One more. Yes, sir. I think we have to go now. One more, he said. Yes, sir.
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information he's received?
What do you...
Has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on info received from you? Is the question that a reporter is asking Nancy fucking Pelosi. The crime. Of course, Nancy Pelosi is not going to be like, yeah, that's happened a lot, even though that has definitely happened a lot.
What are you saying?
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information he received from you?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit. And it seems like Unusual Whales doesn't either. The Pelosi's recently bought shares in Nvidia, worth millions. Nancy Pelosi backs the Chips Plus bill, a $52 billion semiconductor bill. That fucking stock purchase put the Pelosi's at the top performing fucking politician in the stock market. Now, I'm no big city lawyer, but I don't think Nancy Pelosi's a bit of a gamer. Now, of course, buying stocks in fucking Nvidia, it's not like it's not like a random fucking company, you know what I mean? But if you think that it's just a coincidence that the semiconductor bill, like the lead up to the semiconductor bill, is exactly when they purchased 20,000 shares, I don't know what to tell you. Paul is really just a stock shark. Yeah, no, he's great. I've signed a ton of NDA and I would never tell my wife anything, but if she happens to figure out based on what I was doing, her husband outperforms Warren Buffett. Dude must be the Einstein of stocks. Nancy just wants her RRP 3090. Bernie clapped back about the bill since it's grown to $76 billion. Also stated the letter from Intel CEO is extortion. Did you you hear the Intel CEO talk about the chips bill? He was basically blackmailing Congress to pass it, or he will move to Asia or Europe. So I don't know the exact details of the chips bill, but I don't have a problem manufacturing in the United States. I don't have a problem with like manufacturing semiconductors in the United States. That's a good thing overall, for the record. Maybe the Pelosi's just like gaming at a high level and want to capture and share video screenshots and live streams with friends. Keep your drivers up to date and optimize your game settings. GeForce Experience TM lets you do it all, making it the super essential companion to your GeForce graphics card or laptop. But go off. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information he's received from you?
What are you saying?
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information you received from you?
No.
No, absolutely not. Okay. Thank you.
Bro, that's crazy. Oh my God. It is literally, I normally don't click on links like this, but I'm so fucking happy I did. That is a 1-to-1 comparison, boys. What the fuck? That is a direct 1-to-1. Damn, back when Dave Chappelle was fucking awesome. Here are Pelosi's trades and NVIDIA trading question. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Putting 1 million to 5 million? What? Dude, they're exercising 200 call options, 20,000 shares. Expiring 6/17/22 at a strike price of 100. I don't understand what your problem is with this. I think you're just jealous, Sweaty. I'm gonna be honest. I think you're just jealous. I don't. Also, no, they're not the ones who are. Obviously, they have fucking financial advisors, dude. Like, they don't do it themselves. I'd be in for federal prison for 10 years knowing how things were going down before the public knew what was going down. There are people on Wall Street Bets who do the Pelosi strat and buy the same option stocks. I mean, by the time they move, it's too late, though. Like, by the time that trade is public, it's already kind of late. I mean, you can maybe make some money off of it, but no, it's not. You can still make money, just not the same. I know there's a Twitter page that literally follows George Pelosi. George Pelosi's stock options. Or their entire skill. Isn't it George? Isn't Nancy's husband's name George? Well, I not realize even minutes can make a huge difference in gains. Yes, or Paul Pelosi, not George Pelosi. Sorry, fucked it up. It's George now. Whatever, dude. I said it wrong. Okay, fuck you guys.